Who wants to keep running? The side will put him down, but it only takes the Aegis the Immortal. VP.
Naku, lakad mo to,
Normally.
Phantom Assassin.
Small efficiency there from Bob. He pulled out his branch to go get the water rune as well, so Bob's trying to play a little bit better. Kamizu takes down Trezam in the bottom lane though, so
Charge.
I take it for
yeah,
granted.
seeing if they can get the kills here. The arrow does come down there from CYZ. See if he can get the kill on the Vincenzo. Another leap goes through, they will be able to get it done. The Mirana persona just in time for book.
Summit Gaming. I expect someone to TP either the Queen, the Treant, make something happen up here. Ashes will be able to go through, but we actually have the rotation from Execration. So there's this silence, the stun. Ashes still 300 health. He's got 13 stick charges. He should be able to survive for a little bit. Does have that rain drop, but no, he will drop down. CZY won't be able to turn anything. But the Treant spawn, he's throwing that Livering Armor back on the tower, and now he's just back bottom to start Nature's Grasp from out these creep waves. So Nando's down bottom now with Kamizu. Oh, mid.
Vincenzo has been found out. Ashes is trying his darndest to get this Nether Strike going. He gets caught out by another Aether Remnant, and the boys of Summit Gaming.
He needs this. He needs at least a kill. He's 3,000 net worth. Should be Trezam that he manages to get.
Yep.
And
See him. Wouldn't be able to connect all too much. They have actually been able to catch out Beaver there. Same with the Soulbind, so that was what certainly sealed his fate. Able to get through the trees. They're going to be able to get the Inkswell stun. Yes, they will. So they commit before the kill. Carlo gets that one.
comes in.
He's going to turn back around. Vincenzo's probably going to lose his life here to Hanatan. He's going to come in thanks to the help of Ashes with that big charge. He's going to be able to commit onto Carlo. The big crits coming once again from the Wraith King, and Bob might be the next one on the menu for them. Another massive crit. They take him down. The arrow was a little bit off the mark from CZY, but he's got all the way through it. They understood. Carlo with the big pickup should be able to get the extra kill here. They will. So picking up the kill there on Ashes, he might have gone a little bit too balls to the wall that time around on the Spirit Breaker. Picked up that Battle Fury. He's got a Mithril Hammer on the backside as well. He's found out Trezam on the bottom side and might be able to get himself a free kill onto the Treant Protector. Beaver in the mid lane though, he's the one that's been caught out by this smoke rotation. They come in with the Phantom's Embrace onto the Queen of Pain. Do they act the extra damage? Beaver doesn't have the blink to get away. It was still on the cooldown, and now Hanatan comes in, gets the kill onto Carlo. And they're gonna have to try and retreat together with this Soulbind. So Hanatan, still with one life intact, tries to get some armor toggles to get himself away from this, but he's going to cost the reincarnate for this one. The arrow goes in. They catch out onto Bob. The blink into the backline there from Hanatan. Wasn't able to stay on the same high ground that Vincenzo was. One crit and the extra auto attack is enough to go through the squishy little Grimstroke there. Well, you know, PA has always been one of those heroes that can do a whole lot of work bottom side, top side though, pardon me. Looks like Hanatan as well as Beaver were able to connect there onto Bob. Void Spirits are going to look for something. They do have the Yules going in the Aether Remnant. The Wraithfire Blast comes in from Carlo. Nando's going to see if they can get this extra kill, but they've done enough with this, with the Treant Living Armor to at least save a bit of time there. They're going to come into the backside. They did steal the Overgrowth coming in from Carlo, so that means that they haven't been able to do all too much with this Wraith King. They've only just taken down Vincenzo, and now Beaver hasn't really done all too much so far with all these lives he's done. So that means that he's going to go down. Bob finds him out as well. That's all three dead coming in for the side of Summit Gaming, and only on the backside is Hanatan trying to get something done, but Carlo outplays him once again. They have the Essence Tree. They had the Wraithfire Blast. The arrow comes in, completely whiffs out. It doesn't do much there from CZY yet. Summit Gaming, they get a little bit out of that. It's not going to be the end of the world for them. Carlo, they're just going to go in, see if they can get the kills here. They've got the Sonic Wave that comes all the way through. The arrow doesn't connect on anybody just yet. Nando's here to try and help his boys out. Bob's TPing all the way to the creep wave as well. I think they're just going to leave Ashes here by himself. Yes, they will. Lycan will commit the first ulti here as well. He's looking to see if he can get the Wolf Bite going in. The Yules goes down there. The Silver Edge. Do they have the extra bit of damage? The Wolf Bite's coming in. They don't have any more to take down the PA. Bob jumps in to save his body. The DD rune's just spawned as well. CZY is the one that's going to commit onto that. And Hanatan is going to see if he gets the kill here on Bob. He has the extra damage. Yes, he does. So the Void Spirit goes down. And Kamizu is seeing if he can chase through Trezam into these trees. Kamizu is going to walk away. They have the extra Yule, so CZY is going to commit that to at least get the kill there onto the Lycan, and they will be able to commit onto the rest of these creeps. So Hanatan.
Roshan, no way. There's a DD that spawned.
Oh.
Ashes It looks like he's committing to this. They just saw the DD.
Who picked it up? It looks like it goes directly into the bottle here for Nando. DD Rune has been committed and so much damage goes through there onto Ashes. It's a full 5-second arrow that comes in there from CZY. They've at least found out Bob a little bit here, so Beaver's going to try and make this committal in. But Nando, once again, still has so much of this DD Rune to try and play around with on the backside. Looks like Hanatan's going to try and get the fight going against Nando, but it's not going to be enough for him. He doesn't have the BKB, doesn't have the extra damage, turns back around with a Silver Edge, but it's not going to be enough.
5 seconds.
He's healing up a lot, seeing if they can get the kill onto Nando, but he's still got everything to play around with, and albeit he might have been stunned for the majority of it, he still wins the fight, and Beaver's going to have to TP away. No, Bob finds him out. That means that Beaver's going to get caught out as well, and Nando, this DD Rune. Aegis, but it's 5 minutes of an Aegis on a Treant Protector, right? And I mean, at that point, it's already been burned, so Trezam's going to be okay with this, and getting the shard.
Beaver, mid, 200 HP, dead.
He just gets burnt down. There's just not really much that you can do, especially with the pop that comes in from the Astral Step and Ashes. A little bit too little too late, and Nando, he's starting to cut off the rest of Summit Gaming here. Big Blink Strike onto Trezam. So they're going to find the Treant Protector, the bash from the dagger. Is more than enough to get this kill. They see if they want to try and commit onto CZY. They didn't have the Resonant Pulse to get the silence coming in from the Ags off the Void Spirits. There just wasn't enough for them. And maybe Nando can do something. It's a big 5-second arrow, but I think it's really going to be all she wrote here. If he
just get straight bursted. CZY caught.
Yeah, they catch out the Mirana and does have to instantly buy back here. And now they're going to go. So much damage goes in there onto Nando. He gets blown up. I thought there was going to be almost no scenario that they take down the Phantom Assassin, but it seems like they had enough here in Summit Gaming. They're going to go in, they get another kill, they're on to the Grimstroke, and Bob is going to Astral Step and TP away. They have anything for this? No, Beaver wasn't able to find that one.
He has to farm for another 4 minutes or so before he will manage to get buyback, so that's essentially a window for Summit Gaming to take a fight, if they notice.
And
so
right now, they're going to lose Ashes, so they don't have that extra bit of committal catch. Beaver, he blinks in. They have the stun that's going to be able to commit. Actually, no, he was able to get the kill there onto the wolves, so they don't have the extra bit of stun from the Inkswell. And Beaver doesn't have to commit all too much for this. He's just kind of running around, doesn't have anything else to go through here. The Blast Rig will buy him a bit of this extra time, and he's running towards the rest of his team. Beaver trying to juke around the trees, trying to get away from everybody. The Soulbind comes in, can't blink, gets killed. For Summit Gaming as we set our attention back towards the bottom side. Nando's going to come back in. Abyssal Blade, committal there on the Ashes. But this E-Blade coming in from CZY is doing a lot of work so far. Yulsetzer comes in. Nando's going to see if they can get the committal. The Awkward was fast there coming in from Beaver. The Sonic Wave completely misses everybody. He wasn't able to commit there on a Bob, and Bob gets away with a sliver of HP. Nobody's got buyback Fury. A Symphony of Fails, it seems, and a Yulsetzer goes in on a Hanatan. He doesn't have the BKB to fight this. He's getting bashed. He's getting kited. Oh, Bob is just playing with his food.
Gaming made a mistake there. They went for the trade, and that was probably a pretty good decision in the end. Anyway, like, Execration was probably just going to be able to take the base either way. They're extremely strong right now, and if they don't manage to, like, if Summit doesn't manage to kill Nando straight up, they're just going to lose either way. So, I think in the end, Execration's response was just very, very good. Sending the Void Spirit and the Rubik back, strong enough to stall, strong enough to kite without actually dying very quickly, and leaving all of the tower pressure for Execration. Leaving Vincenzo there with the PA to keep that pressure up.
Choose your hero.
Pain and Bob. If he has this very far, he can simply walk up and actually no, I was going to say Tidebringer could have been enough, but the amount of heal that the Queen of Pain gets from that is far too much. Kamizu.
It might even drop here.
Yep, he's going to come in. Trezam, he cops the shards as well, and these auto attacks to do so much damage. He has to use the Soul Rip. The final little bit is going to get done there by the Spirit Siphon, so...
I mean, if Bob manages to get a kill onto Beaver, then it's definitely not looking good. And honestly, that could happen right now. He's going to get the cleave, then into the Torrent, pull back. Oh,
yeah,
he missed straight.
I don't think it really matters.
He'll get the kill.
Carlo's going to be here, and we're going to be able to get rid of him, so... I think Bob understood that there was going to be no blink that goes down there. Ashes at least was able to get the kill there onto Nando, and Execration. What a beautiful start here for the boys of Execration. This is a nice hot start for them, and this could be a quick little 2-0 here.
Nando, bottom.
This for Execration. He could be the one who's going to go down once again. Very early earn that comes in there from Ashes, so...
Trezam by running into the jungle here. Yeah, there we go. They find him with the shards. So Trezam's going to go down. Tao's going to take a lot of damage as well.
He's just going to be stuck in an awkward scenario. He wants to see if he can get some D-warding going, but it's not going to be enough. They've ran into Hanatan as well. No! Oh, he thought he was going to be walking into a good place, but unfortunately he walks into complete and utter death and Execration. With the extra attack there from the inverse bayonet, Bob was able to get the kill. Spooky. You can see that they understand they're kind of in the wrong place at the wrong time right now. The Execration is going to go through the Rolling Thunder. Ashes gets caught out. They have the turret that goes in as well. The Sonic Waves does a lot of work to try and keep this Pangolier away, but Ashes gets healed up by that Soul Rip and he's still alive. Can he get anything else done? He does, but they lose 3 for the side of Execration and Summit Gaming. Yes, they lose their highest net.
Now, this doesn't feel so one-sided, right? It feels kind of even. Oh, yep. Okay, that's good. Kamizu?
Yeah, he's being able to get away here from the Spirit Vessel. The Juke and Charge wasn't enough there, and Ashes is going to get stuck in this Rolling Thunder and walks away from it. So Carlo to come in. They have the Mask of Madness being committed. Bob wants to get towards that Snowball. Isn't able to get in there, so they're going to have the X-Mark comes back in. They use the Eclipse, and Carlo, he's standing trying to get this extra kill, but Bob doesn't want to commit for it. Bob is so scared of walking in there that he just leaves Carlo to die. There was so much time they were able to get that extra kill there on the Hanatan, but now he's just sitting in the trees and he's okay with it. And it means that Summit Gaming can just walk into this, do a lot of extra damage back in towards the side of Kamizu and Ashes. He tried to commit for a little bit more there on the Vincenzo, but it just wasn't going to be enough for them. And Execration, they lose 2 heroes out of this. It's certainly probably should have been a bit of a free kill there on the Hanatan. The Rolling Thunder doesn't able to get spooled up there from Ashes, but he eventually was able to get it done. He goes back in onto Bob now. With the turn back around, Ashes is going to get another kill. So that's a dominating streak so far for the Pangolier and Execration. Beaver, he's been found out. He doesn't have mana here either. He does at least have a range up to try and buy a little bit of extra time, but they've got so many silences that go in here. The turret comes down as well. And unfortunately, Trezam just didn't have that extra bit of heal to go in. Sorip was still on cooldown, so Bob at least is going to be found out here. He hasn't popped that BKB. He waits extremely late to pop that BKB, and they're going to boat and try and kite out the rest of Hanatan's BKB. There is another fight that goes directly in front of this Tier 1 tower. And right now, Bob's seeing if he can get away from the Eclipse, but he can't. And now we set our attention back towards the mid-Tier 1. Nando loses his life as well, so Execration. Looks like they were starting out well and strong, but Summit Gaming doing a beautiful job at getting this fight going back in. The silence goes down on Ashes.
He should be fine.
But I don't think they have the extra damage because of the damage reduction that came in there from the shield crash. Swashbuckle goes through, Ice Shard. He's buying a bit of this extra time, but Carlo, he's stuck between a rock and a hard place, and he hasn't been able to commit onto the kill there on the Ashes. And now Vincenzo, he's been caught out by Hanatan. He's just standing and right-clicking him down, and the Grim Streak goes down as well. Kamizu's continuing to keep this fight going in. Oh my god, the Soul Rip was there just in time from Trezam. Able to turn that pressure into something else. Albeit the Aegis onto Nando, but not quite sure if he can commit all too much for this. He's going to lose his first life. It was a BKB that got popped in by Hanatan.
The smoke from behind is so good.
Down Trezam, he walks into this Soul Bite. Ashes still getting stuck inside of this Rolling Thunder. I'm not quite sure if that's really going to be enough for them. They catch out Hanatan on the backside, so Execration completely baited out Nando, and that is going to be 4 members biting the dust. And on the backside, Beaver's still here as well. Double silence goes in. He doesn't have a BKB to play around with. Vincenzo doesn't even die.
He died? And they need to catch the Tusker. If they can do that, this fight should be easy.
At least find out Carlo here right now. Ashes is still just standing here waiting to see if he can get something out of this. He at least gets a bump there on the Bob, so I'll take that, I guess. But Beaver goes down because he wasn't able to move around thanks to his buddy Ashes, who again is just focusing so much on this kill on the Carlo. He will be able to get himself away by that Inkswell stun, but everybody else of Execration is moving in, getting these extra set of kills. Hanatan is going to turn around with his own BKB in the Eclipse, gets rid of the Grimstroke, and Bob's going to have the BKB TP away. So, albeit a bit of a kerfuffle of a team fight, it wasn't all too hard. Kamizu, he's going to come back into this. The buybacks galore coming out from the rest of Execration. Trezam, though, he's trying to be the sacrificial lamb, but everybody else, they want in on Hanatan. They do get the Luna. They're going to get Ashes as well. He's stuck on the higher ground here, and everybody's got the damage to take him down. So Execration, beautiful play there by being able to kite out these BKBs. Work, not just in the game, but even just across so many aspects of the game themselves. Snowball in here from Carlo onto the backside. Wasn't able to commit onto anything just yet. Beaver's walking back in. There was a Lotus Orb that came back, so now they're going to have to double. Silence goes in onto them as well. X marks onto Beaver. Boat goes down. They're going to lose CZY, and they're going to lose Beaver on the backside as well. Was the AC. They're going to do a lot of work, and there's another team fight that breaks out. Hanatan. Oh, this Eclipse really isn't going to work out for much. Kamizu's going to turn back around. Oh my god, the help it into the BKB. Hanatan's just going to try and chase around this Death Prophet, and everybody is kerfuffling around. Everybody's kind of walking and being a little awkward. Hanatan's been found out. He doesn't have the BKB. Do they have the damage to kill him though? Certainly now with Nando coming in. And that's going to be Summit Gaming biting the dust. I think at this point, Fury, it feels like they're almost kind of...
It's going to be Execration looking for Roshan. It can spawn in 5 seconds, and yes, they've got the traps there, but they may want to be ready as soon as it's up.
Yeah, they tried to get a little bit of this, this lane cutting coming back in here. Nando goes all the way, seeing if he can get the commit there with the boat, but Bob was just off a little bit too much off, but Beaver, he's been found out, and that means that he goes down. CZY tried to help out with a telekinesis pull all the way back in. Torrent's going to go forward. It's not really going to be able to commit onto all too much, but Bob, look at how much damage he does. These refractions don't do all too much when you get that much damage coming in from a Kunkka.
If Nando and Bob both die there, it is very plausible Summit Gaming goes to the Roche, gets the Axe Shot, gets the Aegis, and could maybe win the next fight. I still think it would be hard, honestly. Even with Aegis at this point, I don't think Summit Gaming would be able to take the game. But it definitely puts them in a position to pressure. Bob caught.
They have the dust,
no
so they know he doesn't have the BKB, but he's going to at least get the boat coming out here as well. Nando's seeing if he can get the kill there onto CZY. Wasn't able to commit onto it just yet, and now Hanatan, he's stuck on an island without too many of his members around him. He's about half HP, and he's completely disarmed. He's going to stand around, see if they can get a little bit of this extra damage in, but it's not going to be enough for them. Nando commits onto that kill, and now I'd imagine Beaver is probably going to bite the dust as well. Beaver, though, standing on the high ground, was able to take down Carlo, and Kamizu isn't able to commit on this fear. He actually was able to get the fear there onto Trezem, so that means that he's able to get this extra kill onto the Undying, and Bob will stand and fight in the backside thanks to Kamizu taking down Beaver once again. Bob wants to get the kill here on Ashes. He's looking to try and get it. Isn't able to get it just yet. The Rolling Thunder's too good, and Ashes gets the solo play there against Bob. And maybe now we might see Vincenzo, yes, get himself the conversion kill onto him. They're just going to call GG here. So they wanted to see what Ashes could do, and he got himself a solo pick off there. But now we're going to see a 2-0 scoreline for Execration Fury. And now we're in a...